नमः। नमस्ते पद्मनाभाय नमो हृत्पद्मवासिने। नमस्ते पद्मनाभाय नमो हृत्पद्मवासिने। पद्मासनस्थदेवाय पद्मासनस्थदेवाय शिवानन्दाय ते नमः। शिवानन्दाय ते नमः।
You don't feel bad about it, all this.
Less than a dozen people, private company. Let us agree.
What is Guru's love? God's love.
Guru's love is a love that wishes you an excellent future. Let not your karma create an obstacle anywhere, and let not your involvements in loving others, in disliking others, let those involvements be snapped. Hello? చెప్పమండి కాదు ఎట్లా ఉన్నారు?
Sannyasa ritual and all. Actually, will it not be the sadhana, that external initiation of sannyasa ritual, will it not help us to go to that relationless?
Yes, that is, in fact, the idea is to help you to come out of your equations.
Initiation.
Yes, initiation. So he does not give you any Durga mantra or Ganesh mantra, he gives you only Om. That is why Grihastha is afraid of saying Om. He thinks it is the dangerous condition of sannyasa might suddenly result in people.
Still only Om.
Sannyas, only Guru Om. That is Guru mantra, that is Tara mantra, Tarunopayam, Tara Ichiti. That is in that is the only Om is given by absolute. And then the Danda Puja, Tripala Sancha and things are all part of the ashram discipline. So far as the inner man is concerned, he has got only one mantra, that is Om. Nothing else. The rest of it is, ashram has some discipline. Ashram means Surya ashram. The sannyas threshold, I mean it is the ashram, it is a status in the society. So it is enjoined upon him to perform a sanjavana, this and that. That's all about it. Then Dandaka Mandalam, these are all. Iti Kashaya Danda Matrana Iti Vandaniya. Don't say whether the sannyasi is jnani or not. No, he says, that's all. Say pranam to him. It's Kashaya Vastram, Danda. That's all I put it. So there are two kinds of sannyas. There is somebody who has taken to sannyas on account of vairagya. Somebody else who has taken to sannyas for the sake of vairagya. Both are respected in society. Because I am a grihastha, I have not done anything. That is a great ashram, that is ultimate ashram. So every grihastha is bound to respect him. Not for the sake of sannyasi to protect him and all that. Nobody protects him for his own sake. Even charity for my sake. If I donated 10 rupees for somebody, it's not for that somebody's sake, for my sake.
గురుకి చారిటీలో నమ్మమ్మ అంటాం కదా, ముందు నుంచి ఇది నాది కాదు,
నాది కాంతి మీకు ఇచ్చేస్తున్నాను, మీది ఇది మీది కాబట్టి మీకు ఇస్తున్నాను అని అర్థం వస్తుందా, లేకపోతే ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత నాది కాదండి?
అంతవరకు నేను నాది అని అనుకుంటేను ఈ మాట. అంతవరకు సపోజ్ బిఫోర్ దట్ టైమ్ he was thinking that it was his. Even then that dosham is washed. We should not do, in fact all money belongs to Reserve Bank of India. You know that, I know it. For a while it is with you, for next minute it is somebody's hand, again it's shifting like water and air. So the kind of feeling that I own this, it should be followed by one question: for what? From where did it come? Basic common sense analysis, they are not great truths. Basic truth is, it was not there with me yesterday, this morning it has come, tomorrow it will go. Anything in passing, all that is all right. But what we are repaying every minute is in some kind of service, including charity. We are repaying our debts. If this attitude is firmly held on to in the core of your being, the past karma also is melting away. Yes, debt is another form of the karma. They are not really different. Go deep into this concept. What is debt? What is karma? Even the collecting of the good fortunes of your past good deeds is also debt, only the direction is different. Somebody is repaying your debt. So he was owing something to you hitherto, that was, you are in a better status. When you collect it back, your status is lesser. Now what will you do after collecting it? You say it is. Rather than this, the sannyasic attitude to it is, yes, might be from his point of view, the God has made him repay what he owed to me. But on my part, this is not the body that paid him last time, in last birth. So to this body, it is a gift only, a charity only. That otherwise, the continuity of the soul from body to body is cut. That is not being realized by the human being. But there is a continuity. The same soul, as XYZ, he gave something to somebody. And as ABC is collecting back, where is the link?
Ego is different.
Ego is different, the body is different. In this sense, even if it is the result of my past good deeds, I am collecting something from people, let me treat it as not mine. It's not mine. Not mine. It's not mine. So in repaying and even in receiving, when you take it, it may have some purpose. Somebody else is going to take it from me tomorrow. If somebody is not taking it, it will be lying unspent. Somebody else will enjoy it. Then where do I own it? When did I own it? If I spend it, it is somebody's. If I don't spend it, it is inheritance to somebody. Either way, this balance sheet of karma is never clear to you. Gahana karmano gati means it is never. There is no chartered accountant who can sign on this. You can never balance it.
గురుజీ, మరి కర్మబంధం తెగితేనే కానీ మోక్షం రాదంటారు కదా.
కర్మబంధం అంటే కర్మ డెట్టే అంటున్నాను నేను. కర్మ అండ్ డెట్ ఆర్ నాట్ రియల్లీ డిఫరెంట్. సో a man, what you are teaching and preaching to others out of love, so that your concern for his welfare is responsible for your teaching him. You are interested in his well-being. You want him to be wiser. You want him to be balanced in his mind. You want him to get rid of his weak points in him. That is an invaluable service to him. This is the best service. That is why there is Anadanam, Bhudanam, Godanam. Vidyadanam is the greatest, they said. Vidya is unexpendable. It stays with him. It improves his lot. But this Vidyadanam from a sannyasi is the greatest repayment of the debt to the whole society. Charity can be only to one or two people. Today charity has lost its very meaning in the Indian sense. We have institutionalized it, charitable trust and all that. Bali was not having a charitable trust. Karna did not have a charitable trust registered. Only individual was charitable. People whosoever needed something, they could come and ask for it, take it. That's all about it.
Two things remain incomplete.
Huh.
Is, talking about Guru's love.
Guru's love is always keeping you in his heart, in his non-attachment state of mind. In a state of non-attachment, he is loving you. That is what is not repayable, not necessary to repay for that love.
Back to Guru.
Not
Because
necessarily by the disciple.
You don't have to repay anything to him because he is not attached to you. He loves you. Like the sun is giving his shine to you, you can never repay. He is not shining for your sake, it is shining on his own nature. So Guru's love should be
Pure love is
pure love. Otherwise you would be much more indebted to him than anybody else. Can you ever repay the debt of a Guru? For all the love and the care and that he thinks of you, you can never repay. Can offer your head, still it is. Therefore, Guru's love is such that it is non-repayable, not necessary to repay, never expected to be repaid by anyone because it is impossible to repay. That is the spirit of his non-attachment. Non-attachment.
But actually that gratitude which the disciple has
Yes.
will make him
Then
work more
that
and
is
more
why
for the sake of the Guru.
that is why you would say, if you are a separate individual, there is a transaction. If you are part of him, it is nothing that you pay. Your very identity, identification with him is such that he is not different from you. I am his, I am part of him. So that I don't have to. How can left hand pay right to the something?
గురు సేవ గురుదేవ్ వర్క్ చేయడం ఇవన్నీ మన యాటిట్యూడ్ కోసం
An attitude kosame.
ఇదే సాధన.
I mean, if a guru starts expecting anything, it is horrible. Because it's a test to you. The story of Utanka. Utanka became very old.
వండర్ఫుల్ గురు. గురుజీ స్టోరీ చెప్పండి గురు.
Utanka story, I think it's in Puranas, you might have gone through it. In fact, the idea is, he had many disciples. People used to come, stay 10 years, 12 years, 15 years and go. He would say, as your Vidya is completed, your education is over, you go, become a Grahastha, enter the social life. But this Utanka never was given a completion certificate of his education. One day, the fellow used to collect the twigs for his home from the forest, and he used to keep it on his head and carry the bundle, and one day he carried the bundle and threw it before the ashram. In that bundle of twigs, a white long hair was found. That was plucked from his head, pit. That white long hair, Utanka saw it. Oh, I have become old, my hair has grayed. This grey hair is on my head. I am that old. I never knew that I was that old. So perhaps I am a condemned man. It's never possible to educate me. I am so useless. So all people who have come much later than myself have completed their education and gone. Perhaps Guru thinks I have not been educated, I have not adequately responded to his expectations as a student. So my life is useless. With these thoughts, suddenly tears came to his eyes. So late in life, the Guru had a daughter. The daughter was about 12 or 13 years old. Guru looked at him. He was about to shed tears. He called his daughter. Come, let not his tears fall on the earth, because the earth cannot take it. He is such pure brahmachari. He is a tapasvin and a yogi, for all his tolerance and sushrusha. Keep your palm under his eyes. Collect his tears in your palm. You alone can take that. Those you are my daughter. You are his future wife. So she collected the tears and then left them in a pot of water. And this depressed condition, this Utanga was called by the Guru. Arey, I have not meant that you are totally useless. I never wanted to part with you. That is one thing. Not only that, they acquired lots of shastras and other education of an intellectual nature. You have become a tapasvin in my presence with me. Tapas does not end one day. Full consciousness. So now, then he said, Guruji, then I must repay some pay some Guru Dakshina to you. No, you don't owe me anything. He said, you don't owe me anything, he said. But the tradition says, Guruji, I must pay some. Arey Murkh, you don't owe me anything. I am releasing you from that anything. I must say that you owe me something. If I don't say you don't owe me anything, it is so. You can never pay me anything. This fellow insisted, I must pay something to you. I must do something, whatever. Then I don't expect anything from you. Go and ask my wife. If she has any desire, if you can fulfill that, that will be repayment which you think you owe me, not me. So he went and asked that lady, after all a housewife, a lady, he said, the kundalam, that is the fire katakam of Aditi, was stolen by somebody. They are somewhere with Takshaka or somewhere. They are Divya Mani. It is a creation by Brahma. Those ear tops, I have a strong desire for a long time to somehow get them. Please get them. This fellow put his head into this dirty hole. And, oh yes, I can drink it. He said, but he doesn't know what it is. He's a real murkha so far. You know, I can tell you one thing. It's my honest belief. My Guru has always agreed with me in this opinion. Easiest is Brahma Jnana. The most impossible thing is Prapancha Jnana. Think of it. Meditate or think of it. You can never understand this complex universe. Only God can understand. Brahmajnana is nothing. Cessation of all equations. One day you are Brahmajnana. That is why God has made moksha is the easiest attainable. People don't think I am talking truth, but the absolute truth. It's coming from my core. Prapancham is impossible to understand. It is a complex puzzle to the, except Brahmadeva, anyone down below, including Indra, the Devas, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, humans. Chaturmukha Brahma is the creator. I am the word Tappa Andarki Katha. So, what is the use of Brahma knowing it? He can't tell you. He can't make a second person know about it. Even Narada, he knows only Vishnu. He knows all this is Maya, therefore he doesn't analyze it. So the whole thing is dismissed in one word, Maya. So Maya means that something that is incomprehensible, which defies analysis and synthesis, which defines a definition, that is Maya. What is not otherwise definable is Maya. And for the scientist and for the astronomer, astrologer,
and Brahman is defined as indefinable.
Indefinable. So it's easy. Utanga, this fellow, he went out. Then Guru said, Arey Murkh, you have placed yourself in a dirty situation. Now I must be worried about your security. No, he said, he asked his wife, you gave him such a tough task, he is all through in a peril. So I must retire into my room, sit in tapas till he comes back. Don't disturb. And he went out, walked. He has no direction. He starts walking in the jungle for Aditi's Kundalam without knowing the address, without knowing where to go. And he went there. Then he saw a deserted city. No one was living in the city. It's a large city capable of housing 1 million people. All houses are deserted. He thought this should be the address of that Aditi. And then immediately somebody appeared as a Brahma Rakshas and said, I am hungry. First thing is I should eat you. Then he looked at him. That aura of his Guru's grace was visible on him. Who are you? You are protected by a Brahmajnani, Maharshi. So I don't want to kill you. And I am so and so. I was the king of this kingdom. It was my kingdom. By a curse, I became a Brahma Rakshas. I consumed all my people. I ate them. My wife is still alive, in a human form, in the palace. You have come for the sake of Aditi Kundala. You go to her. She will guide you. And then stage after stage, the Purana describes in such a complexity, it would be an excellent novel. Beautiful fiction it comes to. But fiction in Puranas is truth, unfortunately. History. It is history, only with poetry, with poesy. Poetic way. Ultimately, somebody said, you have to, this kundalam, the ear tops are with me. I will give you. No, I don't need anything. By giving these ear tops to you, my husband's curse will be annulled. He will become an ordinary. We will leave these bodies and reborn as a couple immediately. I was waiting for you to take this. But then remember, you cannot, it's not that easy to carry them there. Take extraordinary care of this. Never keep them away from your physical body. This fool of a Brahmin started walking back, he started, and this Sanjavana is in obsession with him. Sanjavana is a Brahmin. The moment he saw that sun is setting, he thought, I must do Sanjavana. Then he went to a stream. Meanwhile, he put this on a tree branch. Suddenly, the Takshaka, the Nagaraja from Patalam, has been waiting for this. He was not able to go to that lady because she is Mahapativrata. She was very powerful like Anasuya. He could not reach. He immediately stole them, went into Patalam. Then, like, he finished his Sanjavana, it was gone. And what he would say, normally a Brahmin would only pray to Agnihotra. Hey Agni, come on, I am in a difficulty, where to go? Agni said, you pray to Indra. Indra and Agni presented themselves. Look, here is a horse. This Takshaka has stolen this. You go to Patalam. They are there. It's a very dangerous area. But you think of your Guru, he is protecting you. Sit on this horse. It will take you to Patalam. So he took the horse. It's a divine horse. It took him to Patalam. There he started. Then the Purana describes in a symbolic way the seasonal cycle. 6 women were weaving a cloth of 2 kinds, black and white. So something like that is symbolic of seasons and all that. All the meaning of it is given to him by the Guru when he returns. It's a very detailed, long story. Takshaka gave him the kondalam, somehow he came back and gave it. I mean, this is the story. Idea is Guru discharges the disciple from his debt because he doesn't own him, or he thinks he is part of him. Owning something is treating somebody as different from you. The father owns his son. They expect service in old age. It's a conditioned love, expectations. There is a debt. To the Guru there is no debt in this sense.
Only Gurudev another, it's a commercial love another.
Yes,
Love
parents.
between parents and children is commercial love another.
Yeah, I mean it is give and take.
Give and take.
The Guru thinks of the disciple as
Part of him
his part.
is an extension of myself. That extension is part of your being. So that kind of a love is not repayable, not returnable. That is an ideal Guru, and the Guru should not continue to be present with the disciple. When the ultimate moment comes, the Jivatma in the Shishya is facing only the divinity, the God. It doesn't come in between. He withdraws himself. The Guru vanishes. He knows when not to be present anywhere around. Yes. That is why the Shishya is taken, another soul is taken to the God and left there.
Guruji, ಈ moment occultists describe this as a momentary existence of fear. At that moment where Guru vanishes, he is not at end experienced, and whole world disappeared, not experienced of God, and he is alone. That kind of fearful state will pass over.
That is a sankatam that they call it. Sankata Kshanam. That in other words, Sankata Kshanam is only Kshanam. Because suddenly transformation, the world consciousness, the world, everything vanishes, is before the God. It happens. But taking the individual, leaving him with the God, why should he be present? He should not be standing before him, but he should be behind him, not to be seen. Before you, you can see a kilometer. Behind you, even 1 yard you can't see. It's better to be behind you, supporting you, allowing you to proceed, protecting you. And standing before you is a different thing. Guru Parampara of many kinds. There is Shakta Gurus, there is Brahmajnana Gurus, there is Shastra Gurus. A Guru is in that ultimate definition of Andhakara.
Can you say like this? It is always better to be in association with the Brahmajnani, Jivan Mukta Purusha, than aiming for the God's destiny.
Yes, Jivan Mukta is a short-lived existence in physical form. Ante kada. Then you identify his physical form and a name and all that. It vanishes. You are not able to identify the Brahmajnana in him. So it is necessary to forget the form and name of the Guru over a time, after time. His jnana alone is your Guru, not his form. So therefore, in that sense, Guru is a concept and not an individual.
But then you mentioned attitude is sadhana.
Attitude is sadhana, yes.
How to, visualize or think of Guru's jnana as Guru?
No, there is no question of thinking. He is there with you all the time. You are never without him. So your attitude is helped by him indirectly from within. You don't have to apply to him every time.
The purity in myself is the Guru.
Yes, purity. Is pure love.
And that is the Guru.
That is the Guru. Pure concern for you, love.
Guruji, though Gurus disappear, and the same universal consciousness appears if required in that form, name and form, materializing.
How does the Guru look at himself is the question. There all the doubts are clear. He thinks there is only one truth in the entire creation. That is the God. The souls are meant to be saved by him. It is his sankalpa.
Meant to be
saved by the God. So God's own sankalpa is working everywhere in the elevation of a soul and deliverance. So I am nimitta matram, I am nobody. If he thinks that he is the doer, he is not the Guru. All things are done at the behest and the sankalpa of the God. It is God's own intention that the souls must be freed from bondage. That sankalpa is working. Everything else is nominal. It is not the most immediate cause or remote cause. No. The cause and the effect is only one thing, that is the God's own intention in creating the universe. So, it is His intention that I am nimitta matram. Like the money order is, money is paid to you by the postman. All real gurus have this attitude. And why are they interacting with the Shishya as though he is another individual? It's what is expected from the Guru by him is given to them. The Shishya expects, the disciple expects protection, love, care and all that, and he wants to repay. All transaction is the imagination of the disciple and not his intention.
Even Guruji, that appearance and allowing him to serve,
all this is.
In that case, does the Guru have an intention towards the disciple?
Yes, it is the intention of the God that he carries with him. He is not the author of it. Why did the disciple come to the Guru? Did the Guru call for applications and interviewed them? Somebody has come to him, has been accepted by him. Whose intention is it? God.
Maybe
In the plan, it is divine plan. He is there, I am nimitta matram, they have come to me. He is the doer. He is only one Mahachaitanyam is working with this. Only absolute ultimate truth is working with this. Ishvara Tattvam only is working, there is no second thing. Everything is taking place at his behest because he intended this soul to be taken to him. I am nimitta matra, I am here. I am an instrument. Instrument is the status that the Guru claims for himself. Therefore, between the soul and the God, he stands nowhere with any ego. He has no ego. He has no presence of his ego in between these two.
Then what should be the attitude of disciple?
Disciple can have treat the Guru as God or God as Guru and what. God has come to me in this form as a Guru, so I worship him. He is present, physical God to me. Truth. His attitude is different. That's a different thing.
But does the disciple really?
If Guru were to think that he is responsible for the elevation of the soul, he owes him everything. Guru has already dismissed his ego long ago. There is no ego existing. There is no platform on which any equations can be placed. There is no equation.
But in some cases we see Guru stays sankalpa for disciples and he orders them to do.
But all this is nimitta matra. If the Guru is a jnani, there are Gurus, mantra Gurus, Diksha Guru, Shastra Guru. There are various stages, like the 4th class you had a teacher, 10th class you had a teacher, in the BA you had a teacher, in the MA you have a teacher, PhD you had a guide. Even who is your Guru for that stage? They are not Guru, they are teachers. Teachers, we have several levels of teachers. All of them are teachers. Guru is only one ultimate. A God comes to you,